Hello everybody, and welcome back. Well, it's really the first video, I guess, but welcome to Minecraft Diaries. It is currently 10:51 p.m. and it is a Wednesday. No, sorry, that's wrong. It's a Tuesday. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and both today and tomorrow are school days. However, since it is almost the end of the year, I have basically no schoolwork left. Um, I think the only two lessons I have tomorrow, which are PE and German, are just gonna be chill. Um, so that's nice. It also just so happens that it is the last lesson I will ever have of German, which, I mean, I like German, but to be honest, I don't really like my teacher all that much. I mean, she's nice, but I just don't, jive with her. If that makes any sense at all. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it does not. Just as I guess my building skills do not really jive with Minecraft. But that's another matter. Today I'm thinking that I will probably be continuing on building my house. I think this main part might be finished, but I want to maybe add an extension here on the back. And in the end, I think I'd like a sort of courtyard over here. Maybe some kind of garden. That'd be nice. A pond, maybe. Yeah, I think that would be good. Also, I don't really like these stairs, but to be honest, I was not around in this initial era of Minecraft. Or at least I wasn't playing the game at that time. I was let me see, I was 4 years old in 2011. So I'm unsure if I even knew what Minecraft was at that time. Or even YouTube, because that was how I started with Minecraft. I started watching it on YouTube. You know, those Minecraft school animations. That was, I think, actually the first thing I saw on YouTube ever. To be honest, this guy's sort of annoying. Yeah. So I'm realizing now that since you guys probably won't be seeing the first episode, you have no idea who I am or what this little video series even is. Basically, I'm thinking of just using this as sort of a video diary, a sort of vlog, if you'd like, where I just play some old peaceful alpha Minecraft and just talk. I don't know if this will get any views at all. I'm fine with it not getting any, because that's not really what I'm after either. I just want to talk, you know. I'm a yapper of some sort. And as I said earlier, there was another video of me doing this, but since I'm kind of new to this whole thing, I I hadn't figured out OBS all that well, so I thought I had recorded 2 hours of prime Minecrafting footage, and then I went to check on it, and well, let's just say it was 2 hours of a black screen with me talking on it, which, you know, maybe not what people want to watch or even what I want to put out. So it's basically just a podcast, to be honest. But I did figure out what the problem was. The problem was that I put it in F11 to not have the screen like boundaries on screen. But the problem is that for some reason OBS can't capture the window. Then it just goes dark. I don't know why that is, and if anyone watching this has any idea why, I'd like if you could put that down in the comments, because, well, as you can see, I figured out how to crop the OBS capture screen, so at least that's not an issue for you guys. But for me, it's sort of annoying to see the taskbar and everything. Sorry, my throat is kind of dry. I think I'm gonna pop out just for a second and go get some water. So yeah, as I was saying, this video series is sort of a vlog for me, but it's also a way for me to practice my speaking skills and even my English. Maybe I didn't need to do that, but whatever. Since I am fluent in English, it's just that, well, I have moved back and forth between Sweden and America in my life, and recently I have noticed that I have developed a bit of a Swedish accent, which, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Some people I met in America think is kind of charming, but personally I would like to speak English sounding like a native, since after all I have spent almost a third of my life in America. And I think it's sort of a shame since I did speak without an accent earlier, but whatever. And then also, as I said, I'd like to just practice my my skills of just yapping without having to do any or even really just taking pauses. I would like to just be able to sort of have a consistent monologue about whatever it is I'm thinking, sort of like a like the type of diary where you just write everything that comes to mind as it does, you know? There's some word for that I don't know, but I'm sure you all get it. So maybe, I think for the next episode I will even have a little bit of like a list of things that I would like to discuss, so that I can just pick from that list whenever I feel like it. One thing I'd like to talk about is, as I mentioned earlier, the school year is almost over, and for me that doesn't mean much since I've got a year left of pretty much high school. But I do have friends, a lot of my friends, most of my friends even, are graduating this year. Which might sound strange, like why are all your friends graduating but not you? Or maybe, I mean, in America that's not so strange, considering that I guess you could say that the schools are integrated age-wise, but in Sweden they're not. You spend the whole school year with your with people your age. However, I actually am a bit special because I started school a year late because it wasn't an exchange year. I did actually move to America, but then I just moved back to Sweden a year later, which meant that I had to, well, start school a year late, and that is why I am a year behind everyone else my age. But that's fine. I've gotten over that whole thing. But as I said, most of my friends are graduating. A lot of them have jobs lined up already. Some don't. And a few are going to the military, and a few are going to university. It's really a mixed bunch. Some of them are staying in town, and some are not. But I'm thinking that I've managed to keep contact with them for all the years that I have lived abroad. So hopefully we should still be able to keep contact. But who knows what the future brings? We'll see. Is my sort of final answer. I have been adopting that attitude a lot more in, I'd say, the past year or two. Just sort of go with the flow, see what happens, and usually everything turns out fine. Sometimes it doesn't, but you know, that's just something you gotta deal with. It's not really that deep. And you know, I'm just graduating a year later, so it's not that big of a difference. I'll be 20 instead of 19 while graduating, which to Americans who graduated 18, that might sound a bit steep, and you know, I think it's a little bit steep as well. But in Sweden, you graduate either when you're 18 or when you're 19, depending on when in the year you're born. And I just happen to be born before graduation day, which means that I would be 19, but I will in reality be 20 and what will it be? 20 and like almost 2 months old. Right now I'm 19 and almost 2 months old. 2 months old, not 2 months mold. That's disgusting. I am not made of mold, actually. Maybe I could make this into a mine. How about that? Although I have no idea what coordinates I'm in. And if you're familiar with modern Minecraft, that may not sound like an issue. I just tried running there, but I just shifted instead. Yeah, that may not sound like an issue, but if you know anything about Alpha Minecraft, then you'll know that it is sort of an issue, depending on what coordinates you are, since that dictates your chances of finding stuff. I have had luck mining over there in the first episode, but I don't know if it is the same coordinates. And also, I was in a cave system over there, and I don't know if I'll find one over here, but you know, we can try. As I said earlier, just go with the flow. I should probably make some torches. I'm mining stone right now because I need more cobblestone for the little extra house that I'm wanting to build, which I really should be doing now that it's daytime. I have I have lit it up pretty well, so like mobs and such shouldn't be a problem, but it would just be unfortunate if something were to happen. I'm thinking of how I want to do this, because I have this sort of ugly oak pillar thing going on here that transforms into excuse me, into an even uglier log roof. But I'm thinking if I continue this out as like a flat roof and you can stand on top of this sort of like a railing, I'm thinking that might look good. So I will continue this platform a bit until I feel like I'm satisfied. I don't want it to be too far out, just like a little extension, sort of as like maybe a bed chamber. Not that I need one since there are no beds in this version, but just for the vibes, you know? Just for the vibes. And it's already getting dark. Like since there's no way to sleep, it does sort of feel like the days are a lot shorter and the nights are a lot longer. But again, that's probably just because I'm used to modern Minecraft where you can just skip the night. And I have heard people saying that, oh, but sleeping is such a bad mechanic because it makes it so that you can just skip the night when it's such an integral part of Minecraft. But really, I don't think it's an issue. It's really not. It just enables another playstyle for those who don't want to be out fighting monsters, you know? It's really not too deep. I did do some mining, mining over there. As I said, I had some luck. inventory management has not always been my thing. I think I'll make this into a double chest actually. Oh. Can't believe I just said "ope." Shows what living in Wisconsin does to you. Yeah, there we go. These feathers, I don't need them either. They can be up there. Nor do I need the string. Yeah, sure, this is good. This is good. I think I would like to make a torch path over here to the mine. Don't need the egg. They serve no purpose at all. Let's get to mining. There's a certain piece that I find in strip mining, and I recently tried getting back into into modern Minecraft, into Minecraft in general, a few months ago, which is when I discovered old Minecraft as well, or rediscovered, I should say. But when I tried playing modern Minecraft, I went down to create a mine, and I found this huge like cave complex with huge caves and everything. And you know, it was really super cool, until like after a while it's just like, man, this is too much. I don't want to have to fight every inch with hostile mobs just to get like iron, dude. And also there's so much bronze, like I don't need the bronze. Bronze is just like iron, but kinda sucks. I don't know what more to say about it. But yeah, so I tried playing that, and it was fun for a bit. Oh, yeah, I thought I heard a sound outside of my door, but it was just this cow. I don't know, I'm a bit paranoid sometimes. Anyways, yeah, so I tried playing that, and it was fun for a bit, but it just didn't hit the same that Minecraft used to do back when I played it all the time. Which, granted, not a lot hits the same as when you were 9 to 13 years old, which is when I'd say I was playing Minecraft the most. I think I first played it when I was 7 or 8, but I've been watching YouTube videos of it since maybe when I was 6 or 7, and I don't mean that the brain rot way. Fucking hate that meme. But yeah, sorry. This is also an attempt of me trying to talk without swearing, because that is a bad habit I've gotten into. But I just had my first slip up there, so I'm sorry to anyone who finds it ill befitting of me to use such vulgar language. Not that I think any of you really care, but it's more a personal thing. And I have completely forgotten what I was talking about. But hey, coal is nice. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I prefer this older style a lot more, and also when you're mining coal in modern Minecraft, I believe it gives you more than one coal, which is nice. Um, but I don't know, it just sort of feels wrong, I guess. Everything about modern Minecraft feels wrong to me, and that's probably just because I've played a little bit too much Minecraft back when I was younger. But as I said, back when I was 8 to 13, let's say, maybe 14. I think I stopped playing around when I was 14. I am, as I said earlier, 19 now. And that really has to do with that I had a group of friends that we would come over to each other's houses once a week, and we would play on a Minecraft Pocket Edition server. I think it was still called Pocket Edition back then. I know that it's changed since, or at least I think it has. But I didn't really play Java. Ooh, cave sounds. As I did, well, as I do now. I did play Beta, I think, when I was really young. But yeah, then I moved in 2020, and you know it was the whole pandemic thing as well. And I just didn't play as much. I moved on to playing other games actually. It was sort of like a revolutionary thing for me. I got Steam. Well, I had Steam already. I was playing a lot of Crusader Kings 2. Banger game, by the way. But I started like exploring other sorts of games a lot more. I wonder, is that a spawner or is that just a bunch of skeletons? Anyways, it's day, so F that, man. Frick that, man. Frick that, dude. I'm going in the sun, man. Gotta build stuff. Whoa! Animal Bonanza. And a gosh darn creeper. Ooh, I really hate them dudes. Can I reach him from here? Ooh, let's go. Hitting a clip. I just hit a clip. Let's go. Biggest Minecraft streamer ever. Yes, and now I'm gonna... Should I tear down the whole wall, or should I keep part of it? I'm not sure. I am really not. But first of all, I think I'll fill in the floor. I'm thinking of maybe building a basement sometime in the future as well. That would be kind of cool. How many blocks wide is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Should I make something here in the middle? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm thinking that maybe there could be some kind of arch thing here. Maybe put some stairs there? Possibly? Is that an idea I could check out? I know stairs in this version are super buggy, but I don't know, I'm having an idea. and I think it's valid that I try it out. So everyone else can just shut up. Alright. Can you even place stairs upside down? I don't think so. Huh. If you place it there, it's fine. Okay, well that was a waste of multiple blocks. Can I make wooden slabs? No, that just makes a pressure plate. Okay. Well, then it's just gonna have to be this, I guess. And then in here, I'm gonna have my sleeping chamber. And you can get out of here, man. I've never had that happen before. Yeah, give me your wool, man. Give me your wool. Once again, I'm out of wood. There we go. Alright. Cover that stuff up. And now, if we're keeping in line with the design, this should just continue as it was, like so. Get rid of the snow over here. Just torch spam everything. I know a lot of people don't like torch spam, but to be honest, I don't really care about it right now. I think I would rather establish a little place before I start caring about that sort of stuff. And I just keep on falling, man. It's like that Evangelion song. Kom sisse tot. I don't know, it has some lyric that sounds similar to just keeps tumbling down, tumbling down, tumbling down. I really shouldn't sing. It's not particularly beautiful to the ears. Nice sound. So if one could actually, I think I'll go and plant some trees. Would be, I should establish like a tree farm, a orchard, something like that. And I would also like to avoid those big ones, if possible. I have always despised them, just because they are harder to cut down. And as someone who likes cutting down trees and destroying nature, it makes me mad that they're not able to be cut down as easily. Alright, can one imagine this? I'm thinking like a open source plan up top. Man, how? There we go. Yeah, like an open source plan up there. Just like a place to chill out on, a little balcony. You know? Ooh, there could be like a little observation spot. Something like how Stamsite built in My Life in Minecraft. If any other person has seen that is watching this video. Probably quite rare. Niche micro internet celebrity from Sweden. Stamsite. Who, if I'm being honest, if there was anyone that I would like to do a collab with, it would probably like be him. He was a huge part of my childhood. Not just his My Life in Minecraft series, but also his Roblox stuff has always like been a huge part of my childhood. Something that I look back on very fondly, actually. But I'm thinking that, as I said, this space is like a bedroom sort of. I've always found it to be the coziest when it's just 2 blocks tall. And then somewhere I'll have a ladder, maybe even a double ladder here. Yeah, so I can just go up there. That sounds good to me. Let's see, how many do you need for ladders? Okay. Bam bam. Bam bam. You don't need the bottom ones. Alright. Looking good. And then we will just complete this. And hopefully not misplace any more blocks. I am contemplating a lot on if I want music over this or not. And if I do want music over this, I think I would like something calm, something like some sort of dungeon synth, probably. Which might be a bit hard to do, since I'm not sure about, you know, if you'll have to ask permission or something. This is not very aesthetically pleasing now that I think about it, or well, now that it looks like this. Perhaps I'll just move it up one more floor. And it'll just have to be like that. Which is fine too. I can do with that. Especially if it looks a bit better. My building skills have never been something that I pride myself on, but I would at least like for it to look somewhat decent. I will get rid of that because in my new plan we'll be doing that. See? You could even call that magic. And now we don't even gonna need this stuff, these logs. So I am going to repurpose them to conserve materials. Alright. Yes. Oh yeah, back to the dungeon synth. I would like to get maybe like a winter blood track. I really like his whole vibe. I'm not even sure if it's a he, but whatever. Um, dark polar ambient, I think they call it. Saying they as in gender neutral singular instead of plural. Because I'm kind of woke, I guess. That's what living in Portland does to you, I suppose. Man, this is getting really ugly. Oof, yeah, no, not a big fan of that placement. I could just as well make it, I mean, break it with an axe, but I do not even have these sticks for that, so this is what I will be doing, I suppose. You know what? Sure, that's a totally valid placement of that. Yes. Oof. My kitchen, my living area, so beautiful. And this looks a lot better as well. Yeah. I mean, sure, it's no beauty. Maybe I'll have to put up a few paintings, but maybe even something with wool. Probably the bed will be made out of wool. But in the end, I think this will look really lovely, really nice. Perhaps I'm starting to think of the bed. Now I'm kind of regretting that it's only 7. Sure, the bed can be in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 logs, and then wool there in the middle. 1, 2. Are y'all catching my drift? See, it's like this, and then I'll have logs there. But what to do for pillows? I don't know. I don't know. Actually, no, I don't think it's worth it right now. But yeah, I think you'll catch my drift. I think I'll complete this whole setup, and then I will log off for the night. As I said, it's almost midnight, and I have school tomorrow. Again, nothing big, but I'd like to go to bed in a reasonable time. So I'll just wait for night to become day. I used to live in a cave over there, but it was kind of hostile. So I moved over here, and I found this nice little valley. It's really safe, inviting, makes you feel at home, you know? So I thought this is where I want to build my house. Maybe even like fortify that path over there and over here as well. Fortress diarrhea. I don't know. Do I like that? Do I like that it's just a row of cobblestone? I kinda like that it's separating everything from everything else. But I'm not sure. Maybe if I do slabs instead, will that look a bit nicer? Come on, man. Oh yeah, that's a lot nicer. And then I can also I'm thinking like, oh yeah. Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. That's yeah, no. I was thinking they could just put slabs up top, but that's not a thing. So that was that idea. Shelved. There are some limitations in these older versions of Minecraft, and that puts some people off from playing them. But I think it makes them sort of endearing. Even if they do limit me a bit in my plans. I'm just gonna go and make an axe. So that I can deforest the rest of this place. Perhaps even 2 axes. Oh yeah, baby. Now we're talking. I'll even make a pickaxe. That's another type of axe. Wow. I must mean serious business. This site reminds me of, I don't know what it's called in English, but in Swedish called kalhygge. It's an area that has been deforested, so it's just a bunch of stumps. And I hate them. I hate looking at them. I hate having to walk through them when I'm on hikes. I just don't like it. They're really ugly. It wouldn't surprise me if they're bad for the ecosystem. And they're also very, very warm. If you're out on a summer day, you walk out from under the relatively nice temperature forest canopy. out into what feels like the desert. And it's not at all very pleasant, and there are bugs. So many bugs. There are bugs everywhere, but it just amplifies the feeling of unpleasantness that you're already experiencing. I've never been this far, actually. I haven't been this far out into the valley. Is this enough? I don't know. I'll cut down just one more tree to make sure. Man, I love deforestation. Wait, oh no. Oh no. There are 2 more trees that I need to cut down. I did not realize this. This is too much stress for me. How could I handle this? Oof. I really like that old damage sound. So iconic. This should be enough, I think. You can change the render distance. I really enjoy the feeling of having lower. I think I'll put it on. Okay, no, that one's too much. That one's good. Yeah. Okay. Bed. How are we feeling about this design? Not that good. Maybe if I... No, this just looks strange. So strange. I think it's a lack of pillows. That hardly looks like a pillow though. I'll ponder over that until the next video, I suppose. Figure out what I want to do with it. No, I don't want to do that. Where'd it go? Down there. Alright, I'll put some kind of furniture up here. Make it look a bit nicer. The feeling I'm kind of going for is like a Middle Eastern rooftop terrace where you can sit and smoke some shisha. I don't know, eat some bread with olive oil and satar. Just a nice place. And yeah, this is kind of cozy, even with the stove falling down in one corner of the room. Yeah, just put a painting there. Actually, I might do that right now. Is this not? There we go. Yeah. Don't want that. Not too small. Again, too small. That's a really cool painting, actually, like in real life, but I don't. That's not the one that I want. Yeah, this is the one that's really cool in real life. Yeah, now that's great. I really like that. I think that's all for today. Um, well, I'll show you. I'll show off what I've done today. I built this eyesore, but it's my eyesore, and that's special. Actually, maybe I'll move that in a bit, but that's for another video, or maybe I'll even do it off camera. We'll see. You guys have a nice night, and I will too. Hopefully I'll be able to sleep quickly.